Yo, what's up? It's D-Rock here. Welcome back to another video on the Lag Clan channel, and today we're going to be taking a deep dive look into Call of Duty and Call of Duty's history and trying to determine if Warzone is the reason of Call of Duty's recent downfall. I'll be the first person to admit that I absolutely love Warzone. I have loved Warzone since it first came out in early 2020, and I still play it a ton to this day. I think Warzone personally was a great thing for Call of Duty, as Battle Royale has taken over the gaming space over the last 5 years or so. But if people like Warzone as it is, then why is there so much negativity in the Call of Duty community about the past few games that have come out? Let's take a look into it.
I got pills in my body, bills in my pocket, they won't fit in the wallet, young, rich and poppin'.
The very first thing we need to determine is when the public opinion of Call of Duty started to become more negative. And before doing any research, my personal opinion is probably Cold War was the first game. I thought at the time a lot of people liked Modern Warfare 2019, but as we've gone on, I've heard a lot of different people say recently that Modern Warfare 2019 was one of the worst Call of Duties of all time, which I completely disagree with. I think that is one of the best ones of all time. But I would say Cold War and on is where we really started to see the downfall. So Cold War, followed by Vanguard, and Modern Warfare 2 2022. The very first thing we're going to take a look at is the top 10 best-selling Call of Duty games of all time. And it does not show how, like, the sales of Modern Warfare 2 2022 or Vanguard. I could not find really any data on those. I found like the Modern Warfare 2 it sold $1 billion in revenue, not necessarily copies like this is formatted. So if we scroll down, we can see Black Ops 1 is the most sold Call of Duty of all time, followed by Modern Warfare 3, and then Modern Warfare 2019 and Cold War just after that. So Modern Warfare 2019 and Cold War are the third and fourth highest selling Call of Duties of all time. This can be due by a couple of reasons. As more games come out, the fan base grows bigger. As long as the old players stay, and as the game gets older, there's going to be more and more consumers of the game every single year. So why is it that games like Modern Warfare 2019 and Cold War can be seen so negatively, but Black Ops 2 is one of the best Call of Duty games in a lot of people's eyes, but that has less sales than Black Ops Cold War and Modern Warfare 2019? Why is that? So after taking a look at all of these sales, it is pretty obvious to tell that the recent games that get negative opinions doesn't necessarily hurt the sales of the game. Another thing we can take a look at is IGN's ratings for every single Call of Duty. So we are going to skip past 1, 2, and 3 plus all the other random ones, and we're going to start with Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare getting a 9.4, and as we go on, you'll see that 9.2. A lot of these early games have pretty good ratings, and we're gonna skip all these like off-brand ones. Modern Warfare 2 9.5, Black Ops 8.5, Modern Warfare 3 9, Black Ops 2 9.3, Ghosts 8.8, Advanced Warfare 9.1, Black Ops 3 9.2, Infinite Warfare 7.7, World War II 8. After Infinite Warfare is really when we start to see the downfall of Call of Duty. As you see, a 7.7. We were in the 9s most of the time before this. 7.7, 8. We'll skip DLCs. Even if we're going to look at the DLCs, they're all terrible ratings. Black Ops 4 Zombies, 8.5, so that's pretty good. But if you look at Blackout 9, multiplayer 7.8. Black Ops 4 as a whole, 8.5. Skip Call of Duty Mobile. Skip campaign. Modern Warfare 2019, 7.5 multiplayer. The overall game, 8. Warzone, 7. Black Ops Zombies, 7. Black Ops Cold War multiplayer, 6. Vanguard multiplayer, 7. Vanguard Zombies, 5. Modern Warfare 2, 8. And I'm not going to lie, I completely disagree with this rating. Completely disagree. But as you see, we were in the 9s most of the time before this, and we're getting a lot of 5. Well, 1-5, I think 1-6, a bunch of 7s in these later games. When, if you look at all the games before Infinite Warfare, 9, 9, almost 9, 9, 9. This is exactly my point. So, in conclusion, I don't think Warzone is the downfall. It started with Infinite Warfare. Some people may say it's because of microtransactions. I disagree, because Black Ops 3 is one of the most popular Call of Duties of all time. I believe Infinite Warfare was the start of the downfall from the games as a whole. I think the games just weren't being made as well, weren't be given the proper time that they needed to be developed. But I think Cold War and after is really where the community kind of started to fall apart a little bit, because even though the games weren't being made as well, they needed more time. They didn't have enough time to make them. Cold War and beyond is where people really started to notice it, because the only reason people wanted to play multiplayer was to level up guns for Warzone. And I'm not saying that's everybody, but I feel like that is a majority of it. And I think that really took away the fun for some people in Call of Duty. On top of this, I think the campaigns have gone way downhill. I think the story has gone downhill. The length of the campaign in general has gotten lower and lower as we've gone on. The overall quality of these Call of Duty games are just continuing to go down. Although I think Modern Warfare 3 was a huge step in the right direction, we're still not where we want to be. Going from Cold War, which was an okay game, to Vanguard, which was terrible. Modern Warfare 2, which was even worse in my opinion. At least we started to go in the right direction with Modern Warfare 3. But with that being said, I think for myself, and I'm sure a lot of you guys agree, I'm really hoping that this next Call of Duty game, Black Ops 6, as it was recently confirmed, I really hope this is the one that's going to save the franchise, because we've been dying for a, like a top tier Call of Duty. I would even say since Black Ops 3, maybe you could say Modern Warfare 2019, but we've been dying for a really good Call of Duty. Especially since it's Treyarch. In my personal opinion, they are the best developer by far. I like the Black Ops games way better than the Modern Warfare games. And they've had an extra either year or extra 2 years to develop this game. So now that they are given the proper time that they need, there's no distractions, because Cold War wasn't even supposed to be their game. I don't know if you guys knew that. It was supposed to be Sledgehammer's game, but they kind of messed it up, so Treyarch had to finish it, so they didn't even have the whole cycle to make that game. It still came out decent. So the last real fully produced Treyarch game we had, where they had their full cycle, was Black Ops 4, and even though that game wasn't loved by everybody, it was still better than most of the games we've had recently. And if you look at the Treyarch games before that, Black Ops 1, 2, 3, some of the best games of all time. Not even just Call of Duty. I would say Black Ops 1 and 2 are two of the best video games of all time, in my opinion. Even though that's biased, because I'm a Call of Duty lover. But come on, Treyarch, you guys got to nail this one. The reveal is in about 2.5 weeks, so maybe 2 weeks, something like that. I'll make sure to get a video out for you guys to see what they put out, and I don't know if there's going to be gameplay or anything, but I also just saw a leak that they're returning to round-based zombies. So Modern Warfare 3 was right step in direction. Now let's take a giant leap back towards the golden age with Black Ops 6. Thank you guys for watching. Catch you on the next one. D-Rock out of here. Peace.